I do want to dispense with something very quickly. The Minister of Communications, Malatsi, has been on standby for quite some time as we make our way and allow for the presidential spokesperson, Vincent Magwenya, to come through. Minister, thank you for listening in and being so patient. So much going on. Declaration has been adopted. Just from an overall government of national unity perspective, how significant is this and how privy are you to the work that has been ongoing in the various streams, including your own, to get us to this point?
Look, it will be a major breakthrough, particularly given the noise of the last few days about the risk of a declaration, because in the working groups across all the different portfolios, we've had to relegate declarations to the chair's summary, which was not in good sign, because it was only one country, or in some instances, a few countries. And the key thing about multilateral platforms and organizations is about having a unified global approach to these issues, because if we then start allowing for abnormal things to come, we are risking multilateralism. And I think if we are able to get a declaration, as the presidential spokesperson says, has been adopted, it will be a major breakthrough and an affirmation in South Africa's presidency.
So to be clear, you are saying the conversations were such that in many of the working groups, it seemed as if some of them would not be able to get a declaration, but would end up with a chairperson's summary. But this is a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, for the Leaders Summit, I think everyone was always banking on having a declaration, because nowhere has it ever happened that you didn't have a declaration. And South Africa's presidency is at a crucial moment in the context of global politics, in the context of the continuing tensions in multilateralism. And I think it would affirm that South Africa's position throughout this presidency, and even the themes of equality, solidarity that we have chosen, we stood on the right side of history.
I do need to get to the point of why we invited you here.
Yeah.
What are the implications of how the conversation has played out around issues of artificial intelligence, the digital economy, and all of these issues that we've been talking about in your stream of work? What are the implications of where we are now?
Look, it does, as I said earlier, represent a significant breakthrough, because for our stream, our major focus was on amplifying attention on what meaningful connectivity can do, particularly to poor rural communities, in unleashing their involvement in the digital economy. Because the future of work, the future of entrepreneurship, and even learning has evolved, and that is going to be so centralized around the digital technology space. On artificial intelligence, our emphasis has been on striking a balance between, one, embracing our cultural diversity, making sure that large language models are inclusive, because if we want to close the digital divide, we have to make sure that these new technologies, such as artificial intelligence, are accessible to everyone in their languages.
All right, Minister, we have to leave it there. It's still the early stages, all of us processing what we've heard in the last while. I'm pretty sure there'll be other opportunities for us to then delve into the level of detail of the conversations that have happened around the conversations around digital technologies, as well as artificial intelligence that have come up during South Africa's presidency of the G20.